This is looking to be a very explosive fight. One that you definitely don't want to miss out on.
So what would the result be?
The prediction is will not last 12 rounds, I think.
It's a nice one. Thank you. He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely.
At the explosive first press conference for his upcoming fight, boxing legend Manny Pacquiao stunned the room with a chilling message directed at his opponent, Mario Barrios. The 8-division world champion, known for his blistering speed and humble demeanor, dropped his calm persona and delivered a fierce warning. As cameras flashed and tension built, Pacquiao made it clear: this fight is personal. If Barrios thought he was facing a washed-up icon, Pacquiao's fiery energy proved otherwise.
Okay, how's it going?
All right, good. Everything's good.
All right, so
Good, man.
for a long time we talked about Manny Pacquiao coming back, Dustin. For a long time we talked about him fighting. Now it's real, it's happening. Him and Mario Barrios, break it down.
Yeah, Barrios is champion, so it's a good fight.
WBC champion.
Don't count Pacquiao. Everyone's counting Pacquiao out because of his age. It's like a bunch of haters, man. He still has tons of power, tons of speed, and a shitload of experience.
If Manny wins, would it shock you or no?
No.
But it would shock the whole world.
It would shock the world, but he wins at his age. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Listen, he's 45, 46.
Are you leaving jail?
45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. He's always staying active. He's always doing something. Mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport, something cardio. So no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Diaz beat. I mean, different Diaz. I like Diaz.
Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring after a 4-year break has sparked massive interest, especially following his intense press conference where he issued a stern warning to WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. The 46-year-old legend, known for his speed and power, is set to challenge the 29-year-old Barrios on July 19, 2025, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
It's a very contentious subject, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time. Like we were talking about fighting him with Conor Benn maybe 6 months ago or a year, and every month or 3 months or 6 months that passes, you do become a lot older. So, I guess there's two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not? But should he be fighting for the world title? I guess that's another question. In the commercial world of boxing, the answer is yeah, probably. In the ratings world and activity world, the answer is probably not.
Do you think it's strange that he's coming off the couch and getting a title fight like that?
I think when you've achieved what he's achieved, you've always got the right to do things a little bit differently to others. And with all due respect, Barrios is not Boots and Barrios is not Crawford. And that's why, we pushed the Conor Benn fight. Conor Benn, his best win is against Algieri or Van Heerden. So actually Pacquiao is a step up. And people were still complaining at me for mentioning that fight, like Conor Benn is Boots, but he still hasn't had those wins yet.
Pacquiao is back in training under the watchful eye of longtime coach Freddie Roach. Despite concerns over his age and time away from boxing, Pacquiao has shown flashes of his old form during training. Still, some fans and analysts remain doubtful that he can perform at the elite level after such a long layoff. Recent footage from Los Angeles shows Pacquiao speaking with calm determination, reflecting on the weight of being a role model and the lessons learned from past defeats. Physically, he looks sharp and focused, hitting pads with speed and moving fluidly, preparing for Barrios with the hunger of a younger fighter. However, the decision to sanction the fight has stirred controversy. Critics argue that Pacquiao's age and inactivity should have ruled him out of title contention, and many are questioning the WBC's decision to rank him number 5 in the welterweight division.
I'm hearing things here. Manny Pacquiao aiming for a shock return to the ring, age 46, Josh.
Yeah, I read something about that, man. It's, that guy's my hero, you know, I named my dog after him and stuff like that, you know, stuff, but he's touching 50 years old. I think, you know, he should leave it where it is, you know, but, you know, obviously, if you get a chance to share a ring with Manny Pacquiao, nobody's going to say no, you know?
Trainer Greg Hackett didn't hold back when commenting on Pacquiao's comeback against Barrios. Speaking bluntly, Hackett said that if this fight happened years ago, Pacquiao would have easily dominated. But now, at 46, Pacquiao is far removed from the explosive, dominant fighter he once was. Hackett called the fight more of a money grab than a genuine clash between prime athletes, a spectacle rather than a fair contest.
Hit a lick, you know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation, because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might run and beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but, you know what I mean, beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like on. Yeah, it's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang. So, I mean, why not? If he could make it happen, make it happen. Because I would love, if Barrios was my fighter, I would love to have a Pacquiao on the record. I mean, I would love something like that. And that's a fight you know you got to get ready for.
It's a fight that boxing fans want to criticize you for.
Yeah.
But the reality is, Manny Pacquiao has a diehard fan base that you're going to make money with that fight.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to see other fights at 47. You Stanionis, you Boots, you Brian Norman.
Yeah, but you want to steal as much as you can steal. You know what I mean? Because again, this shit is not forever. Just like anything else, it's going to end. So you want to make some money, and you want to do great things.
Former champion Tim Bradley echoed those doubts, suggesting this fight is driven more by financial motives than by a pursuit of boxing greatness. According to Bradley, whenever a retired fighter returns, it usually signals a need for a payday. While the WBC title is up for grabs, he believes the real goal is the purse. Barrios, as a young and active contender, is being positioned to test Pacquiao's limits. Bradley even warned that Barrios could stop Pacquiao, questioning if the Filipino legend should be fighting at all.
Pacquiao getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, you know, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. You know, it has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to deal with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, I think his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring, man, against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, you know, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, you know, bigger fighter, knows how to, you know, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old legends, they got to get beat up several times before they call it quits. You know, that Ugas fight, I don't know if it was enough for Pacquiao. That's why he's coming back. But Barrios, he can he can finish Pacquiao. There's a possibility that he can finish Pacquiao and basically cause him to go back into retirement once again. But again, what they say, the last thing that leaves is the power. if Manny got any of that power still left in him, if he lands that left hand, he can hurt the young gun. So, but that's easier said than done.
Despite the criticism, Mario Barrios remains calm and focused. In pre-fight interviews, Barrios has shown respect for Pacquiao but says he's not intimidated. He plans to stick to his game plan and use his youth and reach to his advantage. For Barrios, this isn't just a payday, it's the biggest opportunity of his career and a chance to add a legend's name to his resume.